15.
As hard as you try, you can never escape death. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 depictions of death or the Grim Reaper on TV.
Very well. But first, some ground rules. Number 1, we get bathroom breaks every half hour.
For this list, we're focusing on the best and most inventive instances of death personified on the small screen. Whether a cloaked being with a scythe or a dapper gentleman with a suit and a gleam in his eye, these Reapers sure are grim.
Excuse me, have you seen two? Ah, there you rascals are.
Number 10. Mr. Death, the Grim Reaper, the Twilight Zone.
And in just a moment, Lou Bookman will have to concern himself with survival. Because as of 3 o'clock this hot July afternoon, he'll be stalked by Mr. Death.
One of the only recurring characters ever on this anthology series, Death appears many times, changing to adapt to his surroundings, but always representing mortality and the circle of life.
Am I really so bad? Am I really so frightening?
In one episode, Death approaches a toy salesman and tells him he'll die at midnight.
You'll find this a relatively simple and painless and barely
Now,
noticeable.
just a minute. I don't want to go.
No, they never do.
With his life on the line, the salesman strikes a deal with Mr. Death to make one last great pitch before his time on Earth is up.
I can live till then?
That's the agreement.
Oh, well, I think that's a fine bargain.
Mr. Death is seen as a well-presented but shrewd businessman, and one who's not likely to renege on a deal.
Well, I guess it's time for me now.
As per our agreement.
Well, I'm ready.
After you, Mr. Bookman.
Would anyone like to see Mr. Simpson harvest a soul?
Yeah, I would.
Number 9. Homer Simpson, The Simpsons. No show does ludicrous as well as The Simpsons, and even death is a running gag.
I am death.
Death? We don't want any.
Not only has the Grim Reaper appeared as his own character, he's also masqueraded as Sideshow Bob.
I do.
Mona Simpson, and, most memorably, as Homer in one famously fiendish and funny Treehouse of Horror Halloween episode.
Dad, you've become the new Grim Reaper.
No way, forget it. I might occasionally kill out of anger or to illustrate a point, but I am not a Grim Reaper.
After Death tries to take Bart, the family outsmarts him, and Homer takes his revenge.
Your time is up.
This is for Snowball 1 and JFK! Gah!
Ow.
Cool.
With the Reaper dead, no one can die.
I knew this would take so long, I had to put on a TV.
But Homer unwittingly becomes the Grim Reaper after taking a liking to his duds.
Where's the regular guy? Where's Doug?
Never mind, I'm Death now.
Oh, I liked Doug.
Number 8. Death, Supernatural.
As a rule, I don't bring people back. I might make an exception once, not twice. So, pick.
As the oldest and strongest of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, only God rivals him.
God? You'll reap God?
Oh, yes.
Known as the Grim Reaper, the Pale Horseman, and the Angel of Death, he's portrayed as an extremely thin and stern-looking older gentleman who lords over all Reapers.
Nothing lasts forever. Well, I do.
He presents himself as a crafty man with ever-shifting alliances.
You have to do whatever it takes to put Lucifer in his cell.
Of course.
Whatever it takes.
And while Lucifer was the one to free him from his trappings and release his essence into the world, Death is loyal to no one.
Don't scratch the wall. Because trust me, you're not gonna like what happens.
Number 7. The Shinigami, Death Note.
That's interesting. I certainly wasn't expecting this.
These extra-dimensional creatures are a race of beings who keep themselves alive by murdering humans. And, in fact, ending human lives is their raison d'etre.
I guess that means you're in trouble.
Inhuman in their look and in their powers, the Shinigami are connected by the Death Note.
I see.
A powerful book that allows them, or anyone who comes into possession of it, to simply write a name within its pages and see that person killed.
That used to be my notebook. Judging by your laughter, you've already figured out that what you have is no ordinary notebook.
Some members of this race complain life in their world is dull, so the Shinigami spend their free time gambling away the years of their own lives.
You're asking me why? I did it because I was bored.
Number 6. Death, Animaniacs.
I am Death, and I hereby declare you to be living impaired.
Not many kids' cartoons would spoof an Ingmar Bergman film, but Animaniacs did just that when they borrowed from the Seventh Seal.
Du fick svart. Det passar ju bäst så. Inte sant?
Wacko, Yakko, and Dot fight for their lives against death in a high-stakes game of checkers.
Wow, that was neat. Can you change it into virtual reality?
Sure, the premise is more than slightly ridiculous, but it works.
So bug off!
Death has an exaggerated Swedish accent, blue holes for eyes, and a know-it-all personality with a penchant for pop and celebrity culture.
Look, it's Merv Griffin.
There!
Oh, sorry, my mistake. It was just a big cloud.
And as is often the case, he's eager to scam, con, rip off, and cheat whomever he meets.
We'll be together forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
No, wait! I may have acted a bit hastily.
Number 5. Sam Oliver, Reaper.
Sam, I'm not a carjacker. I'm the devil.
This show takes the devil and his main Reaper, college dropout Sam, and turns their relationship into a buddy comedy.
Oh, gag. Look at that tool. You capture him already?
After his 21st birthday, Sam finds out his parents made a deal with the devil, promising that their firstborn would become his servant when he came of age.
Before you were born, your mom and I sold your soul to the devil.
That's how Sam got stuck as a hellish bounty hunter, using vessels to collect rogue souls and send them to their rightful place down below.
That's cool, right? Huh. You got any root beer?
Depending on the project, Sam develops specialized powers. So maybe there's something to this Reaper thing after all. Number 4. Shachath, the Angel of Death, American Horror Story Asylum.
I used to be scared of it, but I'm not afraid anymore.
In the second season of the horror anthology series, Shachath, the Angel of Death, appears as an older woman dressed in 1940s funeral attire, complete with a veil covering her face.
Are you ready for me?
While she doesn't look particularly intimidating, her name literally means to destroy or ruin.
I come when I'm called. It's what I do, Jude. I don't judge. I never judge.
Plus, Shachath's main goal is to employ the kiss of death to those willing to accept their demise. And when she does it, 2 large black wings sprout from her back. She's also mysterious and kind of sad, which only adds to her legend.
Something else resides in you. One like me, but fallen.
Number 3. The Grim Reaper, also known as Grimm, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Oh, look! It's Santa! It's Santa Claus! That's not Santa, you stooge. That's the Grim Reaper. Do I still get presents?
After their pet hamster dies, Billy and Mandy win a game of limbo against the Grim Reaper.
Your turn.
And gain his friendship in eternal servitude.
This is impossible. I am the Grim Reaper, master of the forces of life and death.
Nicknamed Grimm, this 137,000-year-old being often dreams of killing the children he's sworn to be best friends with.
I can't see!
Hold still.
He frequently leads them on supernatural adventures that usually go awry.
Bah! You wouldn't know scary if it came up and ate your faces off.
But contrary to his desires, he always brings them home safely. Grimm's a mix of love and hate, which is made more hilarious by his skeletal appearance and Jamaican accent.
Happy Halloween, kiddies. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Number 2, The Reapers, Dead Like Me.
We have the unfortunate distinction of being called Grim Reapers.
This show proves that even the dead have issues.
This isn't happening. This isn't real.
Oh, Peanut, this is as real as it gets. You're dead.
Flipping the stereotype of the Grim Reaper, the characters of Dead Like Me do not thrive on death and misery.
I want to thank you for understanding.
They're a group of undead people that must collect other souls just before they die and usher them into the afterlife.
Well, as an undead person, I have certain rights and privileges. For instance, I have a physical body. I can enjoy the sweet deliciousness of this tasty key lime pie.
Led by Rube, a possible bank robber from the 1800s. They're an eclectic bunch made up of people coping in various ways with their own ends and struggling to keep up the facade of their new lives after death.
They're not going to Bali for their honeymoon, are they?
No.
That's really one of the saddest things I've ever heard.
They don't seem to mind.
Before we unearth our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
My wife was raped. We caught the guy who did it, but he got off. I tracked him down. And I killed him.
Just go away.
No.
You wanted me, now you've got me. You're wasting precious time.
I'm sorry,
It's not my time you're wasting, it's yours.
Your father is alive and well, and we can be a family for a good long...
Number 1, Death, Family Guy.
Who are you? I'm Callista Flockhart. Who the hell do you think I am? I'm Death. Which one of you is Peter Griffin?
He is.
Leave it to Seth MacFarlane to make Death look like a wimp.
Live around here?
No, I live with my mom.
First voiced by Norm Macdonald and later by Adam Carolla, Death is a recurring character in Quahog.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God I get to hang out with a fascinating gent like yourself.
So when am I gonna die?
About 2 years after your wife divorces you.
And each time he appears, he shows just how neurotic and annoying he is.
It isn't really his time.
What'd you make this cocoa out of? Crap?
If you want me to make it again...
Sorry, Lois. It's my fault. I just assumed you were gonna make it with milk, not crap.
He's a mama's boy, has asthma, and has no ass to speak of.
See, this is why I hate clothes shopping. I have no ass. I'm minus an ass.
He also offers too much information about his personal life, like the fact that he has no gag reflex due to some films he participated in.
Ew, how did you do that?
Oh, well, let's just say when I was younger, I did some films I'm not particularly proud of. Well, that does it for me. Let's go, Peter.
We'd let him kill us to avoid spending any more time with him.
Why are you...
No, wait. I'm not finished holding my sides.
Do you agree with our list? Which personification of Death or the Grim Reaper is your favorite? For more morbid top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Okay, that's good. Come on now.